You take me home and give me wings to fly. We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Storybook Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super fun spiderweb granny square. It is quick, easy, and a perfect beginner-friendly project. Great for Halloween or just a cool twist on a classic granny square. For this project today, I am using a worsted weight 4 yarn, and I am using two different colors. So I am using the white with the gold in it for the center or the web part of our granny square, and then a solid color for the outline, and today I'm going to be using a green. I'm also using a 4.0 millimeter US crochet hook, some scissors, and a yarn needle so that we can weave in those ends at the end of our project. We will start off our project today with making a magic ring to create the very center of our granny square. So to make a magic ring, you're going to lay the end of your yarn over 3 fingers, and then you're just going to wrap the yarn around, crossing over the top. Once you have that done, you're going to take your hook and go underneath your yarn and grab that top piece there, and then you're just going to pull up a loop. Hold that onto your hook while you remove the loop from your fingers, and then you're going to chain 1, and that creates our ring. After that, we are going to put 12 single crochets for round number 1 inside of our ring. So you're just going to insert your hook into your ring, going under both pieces of yarn. Grab your yarn and pull that up, and then you'll make your first single crochet by yarning over and pulling through both loops. And then you'll just continue that until you have a total of 12 single crochets made. All right, once you have all 12 made, you're going to take that tail and pull on that, and that's going to close that opening for us. So you'll have to pull kind of tight to make sure that stays secure. So to finish off round number 1, we're going to go ahead and join by making a slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we made from this round. So just pull your yarn through and then pull it through the loop on your hook, creating your slip stitch. And then you might need to pull that center just a little bit more just to close that opening completely. So that completes round number 1 for us. Moving on to round number 2, we are going to start off by making a chain of 4. Now for this chain, the first 3 chains count as a double crochet, and then the last chain counts as a chain 1 space. All right, so our next step is going to be to create a double crochet in the next stitch. So to make a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. At this point, you'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, and then you're going to yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. That creates your first double crochet. So after your double crochet is complete, you are going to make a chain of 1. And then we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So I'll slowly show you how to do that double crochet one more time. And then make your chain 1 after that's complete. So you'll just repeat that pattern all the way around until you get to the last stitch. All right, so after your last double crochet was made, you should have a chain of 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into our original chain that we made. So you're going to count up to the 3rd chain, so 1, 2, and 3, and you'll slip stitch into that 3rd chain. And that finishes off round number 2 for us. Moving on to round number 3, this time we're going to start by making a chain of 6. All right, after you have your chain of 6 made, you're going to double crochet into the top of the double crochet of the last round. So go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook, and make your double crochet into that same stitch. And then this time we're going to chain 3. And again, you're just going to repeat that around. So double crochet to the top of the last double crochet from the last round, and then chain 3. And you'll just repeat that all the way around. All right, and to finish off the round, just like the last round we did, we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of our beginning chain. So just count up to the 3rd chain there and insert your hook and make your slip stitch. And this is what it should look like after round 3 so far. For round number 4, we are going to start off by making a chain of 7. All right, and then next, just like before, you're going to double crochet into the double crochet from the previous round. And then this time, between each double crochet, you're going to make a chain of 4. And then you'll just repeat that around, so double crochet, and then chain 4. And to finish it off, go ahead and slip stitch into that 3rd chain. All right, and moving on to our last increase round for our spider web, we're going to go ahead and start with a chain of 8. All right, after your chain of 8, you'll make your double crochet into the previous double crochet. And then after that, you're going to chain 5. And then again, just repeat that around just like with the previous round. So double crochet and chain 5. All right, and then again, just like before, go ahead and slip stitch into that 3rd chain to finish off our round. So like I said, that's the last increase round for the spider web portion of our granny square. So now for the next 2 rounds, and we only have 2 rounds left, we're going to start to square it off so it makes that classic granny square shape. All right, so to start off round number 6, we're going to start with a chain of 1 this time. And then we're going to go ahead and make our first corner in that same stitch as our chain. So to create each of our corners, we're going to go ahead and make a single crochet, all in that same stitch. After our single crochet, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to make another single crochet in that same stitch. Okay, and that is corner number 1. So the next part of the pattern is we're going to do the top side. In our chain space, we're going to create 4 single crochets. So you're just going to single crochet around that chain. All right, and that's what that should look like. So once you have your 4 single crochets, you're going to put 1 single crochet into the top of the previous double crochet. All right, and then we're going to repeat that one more time. So 4 single crochets in our chain space. And then we're going to single crochet into the double crochet. And then we're going to put 4 more single crochets in the next chain space. Okay, so just to recap that, we did 4 single crochets in the first chain space, single crochet into the double crochet, another 4 single crochets into the next chain space, and then another in the double crochet, and then 1 more set of 4 to finish off the top side of our square. So next we're going to make our next corner, and we'll do it just like we did the first one. So in that next double crochet, we are going to create 1 single crochet, chain 2, and then make your second single crochet, all in that same stitch. Okay, and then we're going to repeat what we did on the top side here, creating in the next side. So we'll start by making our 4 single crochets. And then in the double crochet. And then just keep working that across. I have the instructions written up top for you to follow along with as well. And then we'll end the side with 4 more single crochets. Okay, so you can kind of see how it's starting to create that square shape now. So we're just going to repeat what we've been doing. So make your corner, your side, your corner, and then your last side. And again, I will have the instructions written up on the screen for you to follow along so you can complete that square. All right, at this point we are ready to switch to our second color and finish off our very last round of our granny square. So to do that, instead of slip stitching like normal, you're just going to go ahead and insert that hook just to hold that place there. Go ahead and cut a tail of your original color, and then you'll grab your second color and you're going to pull that through. So grab that yarn and pull it through, and then pull it through, making your slip stitch. And that's going to connect your border color for your granny square. All right, so to start off round number 7, we're going to make our chain of 1, and then we're going to put 1 single crochet in the same stitch as our chain. And this is actually going to be the very last stitch of our last side of our granny square. So next we're going to work into the chain 2 space that we made in our very first corner. And we're going to repeat the same type of corner that we did in the last round. So you're going to go into that chain space, make a single crochet, chain 2, and then go into the same chain space and make a second single crochet. So that is corner number 1. After that, we're just going to single crochet across in each stitch until you get to the next chain 2 space. So this is going to give you a total of 16 single crochets across. Once you have the top side complete, you'll just work into that next chain space, completing your next corner. So single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And you're just going to repeat that around. So next you'll be doing your 16 single crochets, your corner, 16 more single crochets, corner, and the last part will be 15 single crochets because we already made that first one. So go ahead and complete that, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off your granny square. Alright, so we've made it back to the very beginning of our round. I am going to show you how to do a seamless join so the stitches look all evenly spaced at the end. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and just pull out that loop a little bit and cut your tail of your yarn. And this time we're just going to pull on that loop until that yarn comes back out of the top of the last stitch. And then you're going to go ahead and grab your yarn needle. Okay, and to create the seamless join, we're going to count over 2 stitches from the beginning. So we're going to skip the first stitch and then insert your hook into that second stitch. Pull your yarn through, and then you're going to go through the last stitch, but we're only going to go through the back loop only. So each stitch kind of makes a V. You're going to go in between the V and just go under that very top loop there and pull your yarn through. And just tug on that to where it looks like the stitch is the same size as the other ones. And that is how you create your seamless join. After that, we're going to go ahead and weave in the ends. So I just take this end and go through the same color of yarn And I go back and forth like 3 times just to make sure that that doesn't come undone, especially if you're making a blanket and eventually you have to wash it. That way that the tail doesn't come undone when you do that. So go ahead and finish that off so that you weave every single end in. These ones, and then the center one, just go through the center of your granny square on the back side. Alright, so now that our square is finished, you have a couple options which you could do with them. If you're going to be making a blanket, you can go ahead and sew each piece together. There are many tutorials here on YouTube showing you different kinds of joins that you can use to connect your squares together. You can also block your work first, and blocking helps the square lay nice and flat. So you can pin your square to a block board or a foam mat, making sure that the corners are nice and square. And then you're going to either spray it with some water or use the steam from an iron, just making sure that you're not laying the iron flat on your piece. Just make sure that you let your square dry completely before unpinning it. And this will give your spiderweb granny square a nice polished look, especially if you're joining them to make a larger project like a blanket, pillow, or a bag. And that's it. You've just made your spiderweb granny square. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more crochet patterns, and let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching and happy crocheting.
Want you to